All right, welcome to my 11th Facebook Live session today. Or was it 12th? Not sure. Yes, welcome. And my name is Richard, and I'm a coach and meditation teacher at Bring Your Soul. And today I'm going to talk about stepping out of our comfort zone. And yes, I think that we all have our own boundaries when it comes to this comfort zone. Some people might find it comfortable to go bungee jumping. Other people are terrified of it. And some people might find it comfortable to be around other people. And others find it to be very uncomfortable and would rather not be around other people. So we always have to look within when we are confronting our own comfort or discomfort, and where to push forward or not. And just before now here, I got this I just got these images from the Lord of the Rings, because that's sort of like a story of actually really stepping out of your comfort zone. Because the Hobbit village is like the most comfortable place you could ever imagine living in. They have everything. They're all relaxed. They're doing their thing. They're having these nice parties. It's laughter. It's lots of food. It's drink and smoke and whatever. And it's all a comfortable, really comfortable life. But as we all know, all of a sudden, Frodo is confronted with this task, right? This life purpose. The purpose of delivering this ring back to the fire, right? So he didn't choose that path, so he was just sort of given it. So sometimes that's how it is. Our life path is unknown to us until it hits us and we have a path to follow. And usually these life paths or this purpose we have is uncomfortable. It's not comfortable. It's not, your purpose in life probably is not going to rest and watch a movie on Netflix and eat some cookies and have a cup of coffee. It's probably not your life path, right? But it's comfortable. So Frodo was thrown into this extremely uncomfortable situation. But he had a purpose, and he followed it through. So I think that to grow and expand and follow or find our life purpose, we need to be willing to step out into this uncomfortable zone. And the uncomfortable zone is, well, it's the unknown, basically, right? Comfort is known. I know that doing this and this and this, it's comfortable for me. I know that being with these people is comfortable. I know that doing these things are comfortable. Because I know it. It's in my head. I have a memory of it being comfortable. But if I step out of that, if I come to a new situation, it's unknown. So it's out of my comfort zone. So yes, if you just join me here, it's stepping out of the comfort zone, and please let me know what you think, or if you're here, just say your name and say hi. So we need to we don't need actually to do anything, but for me, when I look back at my life, you know, oh hi, welcome. For me, I know that searching for the comfort and pleasure and fun and joy and all that sort of things too much, seeking this pleasure and this comfort too much, really isn't good. It hasn't been good for me. So usually seeking comfort, pleasure, fun, all these kinds of things are they are just fast hits, and they will go away, and they will create a that hole again, you know, that we try to fill. Stepping out of your comfort zone, being vulnerable and courageous and going into the unknown, then you will automatically meet all these things that you have to deal with in the moment. But when you avoid them, they're still here, but you're not wanting to meet them. So I think actually running into the unknown is the best. And there's nothing scary about it. Hey, Ezra. You know, it's nothing scary about it, really. It's just unknown to us. So for me, doing these Facebook Live, that was a challenge for me to step out of my comfort zone. Because putting myself in the situation where it's actually live and I have to say something and sort of deliver something, you know, that's uncomfortable. I rather not having, you know, the live situation going, but I know that somehow there is a pull. Somehow there is something pulling me towards expansion. And if I follow it, it's uncomfortable. But I follow the pull. I follow where it's leading. And when I'm seeking comfort and pleasure and all that, I'm not following that life path. I think we have this idea mixed up, many people at least, and it's the idea of if it's comfortable, it's good, and if it's painful, it's bad. Comfort is good, pain is bad. So we constantly try to seek that pleasure, that good thing, that will give us a hit in the moment, like, wow, yes. So we seek there and we avoid what we would consider bad or pain. But I think it's the constant seeking of that pleasure that keeps us from growing in the direction that our spirit wants. going for the pleasure always, it's the ego and our human sort of nature, and going against it and going and stepping out of the comfort zone, I think it's more the spirit way. Yeah. So if you have any comments on this, if you have any ways that you yourself are either avoiding to go into this, out of this comfort zone, or something you can tell us that when you have stepped out of it, what has it given you when you stepped out of the comfort zone? For me, I feel when I'm doing these lives, for example, before it's always a little nervous. When I'm in it and afterwards, there is a sense of being alive, a sense of being so in the moment, so present, so here and now, and that is fulfilling. It's very fulfilling feelings. And I know if I deny the pull, the passion, the direction, I contract, I shrink. My spirit doesn't get any nourishment. And when I step into the unknown, I automatically expand. I automatically expand because I've never been there before. I've never seen it. I've never been in that challenge before. So we all have to check, right? We all have to check what our own comfortable little box is, and what is outside of this, and am I willing to step outside, and what would that be? How would that look if I did that? You know, maybe you're afraid of commitments or responsibility or changing a job or moving, right? Or like me, I'm a bit uncomfortable with celebrations, birthdays, and celebrating in general. It's a little uncomfortable for me. So maybe that's an expansion of my, if I'm really pushing it, I'm going into celebrations, maybe. Living life to the fullest, being expansive, showing your emotions, showing your joy, being in life itself. Maybe that's scary. Maybe that's the box. Maybe being quiet, not making so much noise, not showing everybody who you are. Maybe that's the comfort box. Stepping out of that, saying, oh, here I am, uncomfortable. Maybe I step back. Yes, the only constant is change. And what is really known? Well, just this moment, I guess, it's really what is known. Yes, the comfort zone, the comfort box, maybe, is, I think, it's the projections forward. Because since everything is changing, everything is always fresh, everything is always new, but many people don't see that. Many people don't see that the moment is fresh, the moment is new. Yeah. So I think it's the idea of, if I'm doing this, it's going to be uncomfortable. If I'm doing this, I know it's going to be comfortable, or we think we know, because we've been there before. So everything is changing, but I know that doing this, feeling this, going in that direction, it's going to be sort of like it was before, so comfortable. And if I all of a sudden change direction or get in the flow of doing that, which I've never done before, then that path is scary because, ooh, what is that going to snowball? What's the snowball effect of going that way? Yeah. So it's stepping out of the comfort zone. It's not actually, doesn't have to be doing at all. It can only be being, right? You open up for your own vulnerability, to be unsure, uncertain, because we can't know, right? We can't know anything. But we think we know. We think we know. And that's a problem, right? I think. We think we know. It's put me in trouble many times. I think I know, but didn't turn out so good. And this path I didn't think I knew. It turned out better. Okay, so what would be one thing that some of you out there, if you could just put down one thing that would be scary, one thing that you avoid, one thing you avoid doing or going for because you think it will give you uncomfortableness or pain. For me, as I said before, this whole thing with celebrations, celebrating, that's uncomfortable for me sometimes. I know I've been to retreats and stuff, and I know I've done that sort of things where celebration was a part of it, but it was scary. And as soon as that's ending, I contract back again. So I think living life to the fullest, celebrating life, celebrating myself, celebrating victories, expressing joy, expressing emotions, that's scary to me. That's where I step out, I think. Okay, so we have some here. Yes. So Elena, advertising myself as a coach, that's scary. And Christina, doing live videos, that's scary. That's scary for you both. Yeah, that's it. You know, you could ask yourself, what is good with, this is the classic coaching questions, right? What is good with not advertising myself as a coach? What is good with not doing live videos? So actually, what is good in staying comfortable? And then the other question would be, what would it give you? What would it give you to step out and express this? Because there's something pulling you in that direction. So I think we need to respond when something is pulling us, and especially if it's pulling us and it feels uncomfortable. If it feels uncomfortable and it's pulling us, there might be something that we need to step out of that, step into that. If we feel a pull somewhere and it's just all comfortable, I don't know, then it's Netflix and the couch. Okay, so Christina, afraid of making mistakes. Life, even if it's being vulnerable, and go for it to challenge myself. Yes, and Elena, it gives me safety to keep hidden. Yes, absolutely, that's the thing. And Christina, I know it will, let me see. I know it will create a flow where I open up for transform, meeting my limiting beliefs on what I accept of doing. Yes. All right, Ezra. Nice to have you here. Yes, it's funny to say, well, I know it will create a flow. Because if you knew, then maybe you would go for it. So it's the uncertainty that makes us not do it. And it's the thought of certainty, it's the thought of comfort that keeps us. But this thought of comfort, it's sort of probably the enemy, and the thought of the challenge or the uncomfortableness is probably the path to go. Yeah, that would be a nice challenge, or a scary challenge, to see could I take one step towards my uncomfortable pull, the pull I have towards something. Could I take one step closer to that today? Could I challenge myself to do one thing in that direction today? What would that be? And it's always a fear of it's always a fear that makes us not go for it. Always a fear. And a fear is not real. A fear is only the mind. So we believe it. We believe the fear. That's the thing. We believe the fear. So maybe just let us all be vulnerable and courageous and say, I'm afraid, but I'm courageous. So I'm going to do it anyway. And we'll see how that goes. See if you can challenge yourself today to do one thing in that direction, and then comment on the video afterwards. Okay. Yes. So maybe we should just do a meditation, a few minutes of meditation before we end. If you want. So if you want, just meditate with me for a few minutes. Close your eyes or have them open, however you want. But just feel your body, feel your breath. Just observe your breathing. And just imagine that you're on a path in a forest or somewhere. You're walking on this path. You come to a split in the path. There's two paths leading from this one. And now bring this up, this uncomfortable, or this pull you have towards doing something. This going outside of the comfort zone. Advertising yourself as a coach, or expanding your business, or doing live videos, or whatever it is that you find uncomfortable, but somehow there is a pull towards it. And the left path, when you look at that, that is the comfortable path. That is the path where you avoid pain, you avoid situations that are scary. It's a very comfortable path. So look at that path for a while. And then on the right side you have the pull towards expansion. The pull towards your purpose, your direction. And how does that look? It's a path of more uncomfortableness. It's the challenging path. If you look at them both, which one is the brightest one? Which path is the brightest one, and which path pulls you the most? Is it the comfortable path, the avoiding path, or is it the challenging, uncomfortable path towards your pull, the thing you want to expand on? So now see if you can follow the right path. Go towards the more challenging path. Just for now, just to see. Walk on that path. How does that feel? Where in your body does it feel? Is it uncomfortable? Is it scary? What sensations do you have in your body? And know that you are safe. Nothing can really hurt you here. It's only uncomfortable. So move forward in this path. And now you're actually confronted with doing what you are avoiding or afraid of. You're doing it. You're standing there in front of that live camera, or you're expressing yourself, advertising who you are as a coach, or whatever you are avoiding. You're standing there in the situation, you're doing it. How does that feel? You're fully open. You're fully expressing who you are. You're fully vulnerable. But there is courage because you're doing it. There is courage. Feel that courage. Feel how that courage is spreading in your body. How does that make you feel? Become one with that courage. And express who you are. Feel the uncomfortableness. All at the same time. Expressing, uncomfortable, vulnerable, courageous. Expressing, uncomfortable, vulnerable, courageous. It's all there. It's all possible. And now just let everything go. Drop everything. And just rest in the white light. Just rest in the space. And feel how you expand into this space. Okay, be in that space, but feel your body, feel your breath, maybe move your hands, touch your body, move your shoulders, feel that you are here and now, And open your eyes and be here. Okay. All right, great. Thank you all for being here today. And this has been great. And I hope I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.